We begin with a special report tonight on an exclusive story we have been following this week. Two members of a religious group from Pocatello that have been trapped in Israel have made it home tonight. Linda was at the airport just earlier this evening when their flight arrived. I can only imagine that was pretty emotional.
You know, that is absolutely the best way to describe it. It was very emotional as the two Pocatello moms were hugged by their families that really didn't know if they would ever see them again. There were hugs and tears tonight as the families of two Pocatello women that have been stranded in Israel made it back home.
I was so happy when we finally hit Denver. We're like, God, we're finally in America. Yes, it was just, oh, I don't know how to explain it.
We were at the airport when the plane landed, carrying two members of a 13-member church group home from their tour to the Holy Land. How does it feel to be home?
It feels great, and I'm glad to be home.
Yes. We weren't.
Yeah, we were pretty frightened, and especially we could hear the missiles and the sound of the...
The group of religious pilgrims from St. Anthony's Church was able to have 4 days of sightseeing before the unexpected attack on Israel.
But we were all excited to be in there on that day, but then we found out the noise that we were hearing. We heard the sound of the bombs, and we heard from the news that it was only 9.5 miles away from where we were.
I'm scared. You know, I was scared. I wanted to get home to my family, and it was just uncertainty what was going on there and what was really going on.
Then the terrifying news from their tour group that they were on their own to get out.
But just getting out of there, I got to leave it to my friend here. She's helped set that up, and then I just followed her. I just trusted her.
After a daring trip to Tel Aviv, Sandra and Rita were able to get a flight out to Dubai and eventually to the United States. They say their faith helped them get through the ordeal.
We were going to the Holy Land, and we were going to go experience where Jesus went, you know, Jesus, where he was born, where he walked, where he talked, where he shared. And it was a beautiful experience. And I think for me, that's what keeps me going, is my spirituality and my belief, you know, that we're going to get out of there. One thing we did do as a group is we prayed every day.
And we went to Mass every day.
And we went to Mass every day, and
had a rosary every day.
They both said that while they're grateful for the experience of visiting the Holy Land, they will never go back.
But I wouldn't go back there, and I wouldn't advise somebody else to go back there, because that war's been going on for thousands of years, and I didn't know that. You know, I didn't understand the history of it. Would I go back there? No, that was my dream. That was my lifetime dream, was to go to the Holy Land, do the pilgrimage. Yes, it was sad, but we had to, you know, we missed 3 days of the pilgrimage, but we sing quite a bit.
Rita and Sandra say that they won't be at peace until the rest of their group returns home. Some of them are in contact with us and tell us that flights have been arranged. Some are on their way. For now, the other families are praying that their loved ones will also make it home safe. So, Todd, as you can see, a very emotional reunion with those families, and they were so gracious to let us be a part of that.
You could tell the emotion of just being glad to be back on American soil. So that's just two of the original group. What's the status on the others?
So the other members of the group are all out of Israel at this moment. 11 members of the group and 21 members of another Catholic group that they had joined with. They're all waiting for flights in Jordan. And the group was able to walk across the border hours after officials announced that it would be closing. They tell us that their hotel staff and travel agent were able to arrange a flight from Jordan to JFK in New York. They are all hoping to be back in the U.S. by this weekend.
Well, let's hope that they continue to do what these two just did. Of course, we will follow this story continuously until they get home. We will pass along more information as we get it. If you would like to see more of our coverage on this story, you'll find it on our website at localnews8.com.